Y'all hate Trump too much for me. I swear to God. Democrats have been so hypocritical today, and I'm finna point it out. And I'm gonna break this down.
It's not about isn't anyone concerned about the fact that what we're doing is almost piracy? It's like imperialism. We're going to another country and we're taking their natural resources for ourselves. And on top of it, if we can do something like this,
perhaps no one is going to miss a tyrant like Maduro.
Let your hatred and disdain for Donald Trump, an unsavory character, have you defending the dictator of my country that was destroyed by him and Chavez and their system 20 years ago.
And he has decimated the country of Venezuela, so much so that inflation has rose to unimaginary heights. The minimum wage in Venezuela right now, y'all, is like $3 a month. I mean, people, the pharmacies don't even have medicine. So people can't even get insulin sometimes. People have to use their minimum wage that they're making in their country, and it has to last them for months at a time, for groceries, for food, for all of the things, the necessities that they need. Venezuela is in ultimate disarray, and the middle ground is unsafe, and people are fleeing it. So let's talk about it. 7 million people have fled Venezuela. It is the largest mine from the Western Hemisphere in all time. And guess where they're going? They go into neighboring countries, and then they come into America. We have spent hundreds of billions of dollars taking care of Venezuelans who have ran away from Maduro. They say Donald Trump is only going in there for oil. We know he's going for oil. Two things can be right at the same time. But let's be for real. What president has not invaded a country and went after the oil? They're going to get some benefit when they do some good. We know this, and that is what has happened. But the Venezuelans, do they care? No, they care about the fact for the last 26 years they've not been able to live in their own country.
Yes, this is what I was waiting for. There are some videos I'm going to show you. Whoopi Voice suggests no one voted for America to stand up and knock down dictators. I mean, who voted for this? We said, yeah, go out in there and do this. At some point, they are happy that this guy in Venezuela is gone, but they will always twist it away. They will not like to actually, give the credit to President Trump for doing this. I realized something on this channel. 3 days ago, I started covering this topic. A lot of people started unsubscribing. I don't know if these are people that support him, what he was doing, or they are people who are against Trump. They started unsubscribing. I noticed the pattern when I started putting these videos. Let me be truthful here. I'm somebody that loves truth. I always like to put out videos, reacting, sharing my opinions on this clip by saying the truth. I understand I might say something that you disagree, but that is not a reason to do that. And it will not stop me from speaking the truth. I've received a lot of messages, particularly to this.
I'm going to try to say this as respectfully as I can. To our Democratic and liberal friends, to hopefully well-intentioned but poorly informed people, sit this one out.
Well, so I do think, go ahead. Look, I don't think this is at all about the Venezuelan people. Donald Trump doesn't give a damn about the Venezuelan people. If he did, he wouldn't be taking away temporary protective status from 600,000. He wouldn't be arresting the Venezuelans that are seeking asylum here. He wouldn't be maligning the entire community and sending hundreds of Venezuelans to a hellhole prison in El Salvador.
See, when the people who are mostly affected are celebrating in the street, this is not the time for you to protest. If you do not personally know someone who tells stories about their father or grandfather being gathered in the street for their opinion, if you have never had to console your friend because she didn't get to go visit her mother on her deathbed and has never been able to go lay flowers at her gravesite because she was not allowed back into her own country, sit down respectfully. What you have to understand is that regardless of your opinions about President Trump, to a lot of people, he is an answer to prayer. Yes, people have prayed for the downfall of this dictator. And like it or not, President Trump has been the answer to that prayer. See, the Venezuela that they remember is not 100 years ago. It's about 25 years ago. For a lot of them, they grew up there and they don't recognize that country and they're not allowed back. Imagine not having access to your own family. Imagine that a third of the country fled, not because they wanted a better life or new opportunities or the opportunity to make money, but they wanted to not starve in their own homes. You can't understand that. You didn't grow up watching the same news as the rest of us in the Caribbean and Latin America did. It's not your fault that you don't know. You're just not informed. So respectfully, sit this one out. Let Venezuela have their victory. No one will judge you. In fact, we'll thank you. We don't know what's going to happen, but we know that what they have just been liberated from, it's going to be better.
This is beautifully said. I love her response to these crazy people on The View. You know, I knew they would do exactly this. They're struggling to discredit what Trump did. Oh, his focus, his oil, oh, this. Doesn't care about the Venezuelan people. It is preferable to have freedom. These things should be taken away from you. Your freedom is more important. Imagine you not being able to go back to your home country. Just think about that. Trump was doing this because this man had to, send people out. Some went on exile. Some had to use illegal means to enter the country. Things like that. Trump was not biased in any country. He was doing this to many countries. Yeah, if you enter illegally. But the way The View would like to portray it is like Trump focus is only on these people. I understand the kind of tactics. These same people for years spent time calling out, oh, dictator, this, dictator. They were calling out this same man when Biden increased money on his head. Biden was not able to do that. Trump came in, did the job. What is the problem? I want you to know. Give him his flowers, right? Very simple as that. At some point, you can feel the pain these people went through because you're comfortable in your little space. If you see this woman speaking like this, she understand. She felt the pain. Yeah, she know why these people are celebrating. Let's forget about politics sometimes. I don't want to think of what Trump would do, what Trump will get from. I don't want to think about that. I'm just thinking about the people. The kind of joy I see in some of their faces. Very important.
I think that it's interesting. It was almost a near-death experience.
What are your thoughts on this?
Well, these guys are paid. They're so organized. I mean, it's less than even 24 hours. They got hundreds of signs made. It's almost like they have a print shop in the back of their People's Forum over here down in the city.
What brings you out here today?
I'm organized with the Revolutionary Communists of America. We're out here to say hands off Venezuela, and we.
We should keep sentiment sometimes away and face reality on certain issues. This is something I never even thought of that will happen. When this lady won that election, this guy played the mafia and took the election away. I knew nothing can be done about that, and he ended that way. This same thing happened in Venezuela. It's separated by our own country. Yeah, you cannot win our president through an election because the whole system, he has it on his palms. When I see people talking, feeling this way, it is the same pains we have. I don't know if you understanding what I'm saying. Yeah, you can't win our president through an election. He's almost 100 years old. Every year he's winning elections, no matter who contests against him. So you understand better. I think I'm going to end here. Please share out the video. God bless you. As of the short clips, that is for the YT algorithm.
Hi, Mel Gibson.
I want to thank our president, Donald Jennifer Trump.
I'm a little in shock about that.
That's my wife. Wait to get back on the air tomorrow night to talk about them. Thank you, everyone.
This is about 100.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see
it is
them
coming.
get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Rob.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
You and your husband were friends with Rob and Michelle Reiner, and
Everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one interview, she said,
We should have said nothing. The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolute horror.
I am so sad and disappointed